No, I can't look at him. I'm gonna go feral. Please kiss on the mouth. Chat, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. Oh man, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Hello, fellow internet deviants. It's me, Drew Bob, and welcome back to Swooning Over Stands. What are we? That's what I keep asking myself. What are we? Hopefully, maybe this episode we find out. Maybe we'll see some sparks of romance today. More than last time, because last time got a little spicy. Last time we were flirting big time. So I'm excited to see where we end up for this episode. You don't think you've been more nervous in your life. Mabel came with you yesterday when you went shopping for extra clothes, since Stan's mechanic skills left your car still being worked on, and you realized you needed more clothes than you packed. However, she managed to sneak in a relatively fancy set of clothes to add to your pile of summer-appropriate clothing, and she flourishes them in your direction with a wide, brace-face grin. Ta-da! For tonight! Hello, what's tonight? You stare at the fancy outfit like it's going to jump out of Mabel's hands and attack you. Mabel, are you sure Ford agreed to this? Of course he did! I asked him in everything. He dropped whatever he was working on instantly. And hit the other stuff on his desk, which fell on the floor, and then he said, I'd love to, but I'll need a fashion makeover. Please help me, Mabel. You're my favorite great niece. Okay, this story feels a little embellished, Queen, but... Okay, so he actually said something else. But he said yes at the end of it. Now come on! I have to put the finishing touches on this perfect date. Get dressed, then come to the living room. She shoves the clothes at you and leaves you in the room to get yourself ready. What do you do? Oh no, I'm gonna throw up. What do? I'm so nervous. You put on the outfit Mabel picked out for you and head to the living room, where Dipper promptly guards the way into the kitchen with his noodle arms. Mabel wants me to keep you in here until Great Uncle Ford is ready. Oh, okay then. I'll stay here. You take a seat in Stan's recliner, trying to look relaxed and composed, but your shaking hands give you away to Dipper, who's reading in front of the door. You look nice. I know Mabel picked it. I kinda helped, but it's nice. He's trying to distract you, sweet kid. Sweet kid. You smile at him. He smiles back, before returning to his book, The Field Guide to Bigfoot. Bob! You can come in now. If this man's in any sort of like suit, fancy outfit, I'm actually gonna punch a hole directly through my monitor. You jolt to your feet, heart in your throat. What do? Got any advice, Dipper? Dipper stands up and awkwardly pats your hand. Just be yourself, Bob. Great Uncle Ford likes you. I can tell. Trust me. He gently shoves you towards the kitchen door. It looms in front of you menacingly. It's just standing there, menacingly. Now, go get him, Tiger. Was that weird to say? Good luck out there, dating my great uncle. Gross. Anyway. With surprising strength, Dipper pushes you through the doors as Mabel opens it, and you stumble into the kitchen, look up, and he's gonna be dressed so good, and it's gonna make me act up. It's gonna make me act up, and I'm scared to have that on camera. Oh God. No, I can't look at him. Chat, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. Oh God, Ford's dressed up too. I have to like cover him. I can't look at him. He's in a three-piece suit with a maroon necktie. How did Mabel know your only weakness? Well, that and... wait. He has flowers! Oh my God. You make eye contact after examining one another, and you feel your face flush as red as his. Mabel beams, clapping her little hands together. I'm blushing for real, y'all. This is a problem. Yay! Now it's the moment we've all been waiting for. The Mabel-Certified dinner date of dreams. I knew Grunkle Ford would be hopeless on a romantic dinner date on his own, so I'm here to make this one perfect. You only now notice that she's wearing a bright pink apron and that something smells very burnt. Mabel? Dipper pushes you further into the kitchen and Mabel shoves Ford forward, and the two of you stumble, almost colliding with one another. Ford straightens up and clears his throat. His face is as red as his tie. We're so down bad for each other, it's stupid. Well, these are for you, Bob. You take a closer look at the bouquet and discover that a third of the bouquet are real flowers. They look to have been picked from outside the shack. Another third are pipe cleaner flowers with glittery petals, and another third are origami lilies. I would actually be like screaming, crying, pissing, shitting, throwing up, etc. You know what I mean? Judging by both Ford and Dipper's paper cuts and Mabel's sparkly, sticky fingers, they collaborated to make your bouquet themselves. I'm cry. They're so cute. This is the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life. True and real and correct. I didn't know you folded origami. How many paper cuts did you guys get from these? I didn't know you folded origami. Oh, well, yes, a little. Dipper made the majority of the flowers, but he needed help curling the lily petals. That was my contribution. Great Uncle Ford, you did way more than that. You picked the colored paper that the lilies were gonna be too. They're red, of course. From your limited knowledge of color symbolism, the message is clearly sent across, and you flush as scarlet as the lilies. Yo, he's got a crush on me. Thank you, Ford. They're beautiful. Well, I'm glad you like them, Bob. Ford smiles at you. You attempt to smile back, but you're too flustered to really make the expression. Hopefully he understands what you mean. Dipper takes the flowers off you and manages to stuff the bouquet into an empty 2-liter bottle of Pit, TM, sticking it in the middle of the table. So you can't see Ford anymore once you sit down. You carefully scoot the vase to the side until Ford's pink cheeks and nervous expression are visible again, even if you're certain you look even more pink with embarrassment. Well, I'll leave you guys to it then. Chef Mabel, you ready? Sure am, bro. So ready. And now we're alone. And now we're alone, he's in a suit, and I'm losing brain cells. He's so pretty, I can't help it. Mabel is standing on a stool and readying 2 plates of food, the contents of which you can't see yet due to the mass of her hair and Dipper's hat. Ford waves at you and you turn to him, leaning forward so he can whisper to you. Do you have any idea what's going on over there? They're obviously planning to poison us with their spaghetti. As long as there are no Brussels sprouts in the mix, I will pull through. She has a bowl of jelly beans, so whatever happens, I'm eating all those. I don't want to be, like, mean. I kind of want to go with this one because it's funny, you know? Like, make them laugh, we're both nervous. No, it wasn't, he didn't. It's a joke, King. Well, somehow I doubt that my great-niece and nephew would plot something that sinister. I'm going back.
Sorry.
You don't need to know that. Haha hee hee, this is my video, you don't need to know. I'll go with the middle one. I think the middle one is cutesy enough. Admirable. Hopefully there are no sprouts in there. Always hated those as a kid. Perfect. Perfect, beautiful answer. Totally picked that on the first try. Mabel whirls around and hops off the stool, brandishing 2 glasses of something disturbingly bubblegum pink. She places them down on the table with a flourish. Ta-da! 2 tall glasses of Mabel juice. Is there alcohol in it? That looks sort of weird. What's in this? Such a delicacy. What ingredients did you use? You glance at Ford, giving him a face of play along, please, don't leave me alone in this. Oh, yes! Mabel, this looks truly exquisite. Pray tell, what's your method? Are the plastic dinosaurs and Monopoly pieces just decoration for this fine creation? Mabel is too busy giggling at you both to answer, and she thankfully doesn't notice that neither of you touch your drinks. Ford's too busy smiling at you from across the table as you ask Mabel about her secret ingredients for Mabel juice, and whether she used a blender or a food processor to mix it all together, calling it a true work of art. Anyways, onto the main course. Voila! Mabel turns back to the stove and grabs 2 plates of food covered with cloth. She places one in front of Ford and one in front of you before stretching across the table and pulling both cloths off the plates at once. What awaits you on each plate is horrifying, to say the least. There's a pile of 3 very burned chicken nuggets, dinosaur chicken nuggets, as if you'd expect anything else, some half-wet, half-dry noodles with a slice of cheese draped across the top, real, and a handful of jelly beans, the special ingredient, of course. The Mabel Special. I'm not a fancy cook, I'm just a cute little girl, but I slaved away at this romantic dinner for the 2 of you, dang it. Mabel, this looks... Ford looks to you, panicked. So Mabel, you made this? Sure did. Your entire high cuisine meal tonight was prepared by Chef Mabel. Yes, I gathered that. Ford pokes at a chicken nugget with his fork. Oh god. Black flakes flutter off the surface and he shudders, a look of concern on his face. You and Ford dig into the jelly beans, going as far as to try and spear them on your forks to play the part of high cuisine dinner. Ford seems to relax a little as the dinner continues, but once the last jelly bean has been eaten, the 2 of you go silent once again. Ford glances between you and the remains of his food, swallowing hard. Mabel rushes in to save the date. Oh, of course! I forgot the sauces and stuff. Silly Mabel. Mabel goes into the fridge and grabs bottles of ketchup and mustard, placing them on the table next to... Is that the blue glitter we used on the cupcakes? Yep, you're lucky there's still some left. Why is it here? Garnish, silly. What do you garnish your meal with? Blue glitter, I fucking guess? I don't... I'm just gonna glitter it. You pick up the glitter and shake some onto the burned chicken nuggets. While they're now blue and twinkly, the glitter hides the burned bits and makes the nugget look a little more fabulous. Why? They're pretty now. Add a little glitter and anything is possible. Ford laughs and you hold the bottle of glitter in front of him, shaking it enticingly. Come on, join me with my pretty nuggets. If you say so. Ford decorates his nuggets with glitter and your respective plates shine under the kitchen light. Mabel looks at you both expectantly, like you're going to chow down into your dinners now that they've been appropriately sauced up. Eat up? You've still got a lot of food left. Oh no. Ask Ford to critique his dinner, attempt to eat the burned chicken nugget, take another long hard sip of your drink. Oh no. Chow. What do I do? Part of me feels like I should eat the chicken. It's just burnt. You know what I mean? It's just burnt. Oh no. Oh man. We're gonna go for the burnt. Oh no. You gingerly pick up one of the chicken nuggets and take a very, very small bite out of the edge. It's crispy and burnt, but edible to some extent. You swallow your bite and quickly take a sip of your drink. Ford stares at you in total awe, like you've just defeated a gremlin with one punch. You have glitter on your mouth. Oh, I do? Where? You lean forward in question and Ford carefully reaches his arm over the table, wiping the glitter from your bottom lip. I'm gonna go fucking feral. Both of you flush at the gentle contact, especially since all the while he's gazing down at your mouth, hopefully thinking the same thing you are. There. Got it. He quickly sits back down in his chair and you do the same, avoiding eye contact until your faces turn back from red. Mabel squeals in the corner, clapping her hands together. Mabel stares at you both, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, awaiting some sort of magic to happen. You swallow nervously and look to Ford before you cup your hand at the side of your mouth, hiding your mouthed words from Mabel's eyes. I have an idea. You tap your head with your other hand, charading your idea further. Ford gestures across the table as if to say the floor is yours. Ask Mabel about dessert. Sweat nerve. Yeah, this feels like the best thing. Mabel, do you have plans for dessert? At this classy establishment, there must be some sweet treats up for grabs. Huh? Oh yeah, I think Dipper was gonna help me with those. Dipper? Mabel hops down from her stool and snaps her fingers at the two of you. No canoodling while I'm gone, okay? She leaves you both red-faced and stammering as she skips out the door. Ford turns to you, smiling nervously. Bop, I know Mabel tried her best, but I'm not accustomed to the dating game, as Stan calls it. For the first time in a while, I don't know what to do. Do you? You stop, thinking for a moment. Dipper told you something earlier that day. An idea, in case the Mabel-Certified first date of dreams went awry. You suppose this is the perfect moment to enact Plan B. Alright, but we gotta act fast. Watch my movements. You pick up your plate and struggle not to laugh as Ford mimics you almost perfectly. And shovel the contents of your dinner into Waddles' mouth. The piglet chews, swallows, and nuzzles your leg. Yes, thank you, Waddles. Really? According to Dipper, Waddles will eat anything. You give him yours too. That way it looks like we ate. You hear footsteps thudding down the hallway. Mabel's on her way back. And quick! You gently push Waddles towards Ford, who quickly feeds him the rest of the dinner. Waddles snorts happily at the two of you before settling between your feet, content and full. And I'm back! Hey, you guys were just kidding around. What did you think of the dinner? Waddles burps. Perfect. Absolutely delicious, Mabel. You're quite the chef, you know. Mabel beams happily at you both. Also, Mabel, can we take dessert to go? I want to take Ford somewhere on this date. Ford flushes scarlet at that. Mabel looks between the two of you and nods, waggling her eyebrows at you. Where am I taking him? You sly dog. Of course. With a popsicle each, you lead Ford away from the shack, away from town, and up a hill. Where are we going? Oh, this is it, but you point upward with your popsicle and... a meteor shower? The timing almost seemed too perfect. I didn't want to miss out on seeing it with you. With you, Ford. You both blush as you sit down, shoulder to shoulder. I'm surprised you went looking into meteor showers, Bob. Well, after our last time searching for anomalies, I got curious about other celestial stuff. Also, Dipper told me about it. Plan B. Ford laughs. That kid's bright. The twins are both very smart, and very close, for siblings. Ford pauses, and it's obvious there's something on his mind. Do I ask him what's the matter? Or do I just say that they're cute? Ford turns to you, his mouth open as if he was going to say more, but he closes it. I'm surprised at how close they are. Practically inseparable. Stan and I were never like that. You seem like you are now. What happened? Well, we were very close. Best friends. But once we got to high school, things changed. Oh, he's giving me his sad, deep lore. You realize that Ford's hand is resting a few inches from yours. Casually, so casually that you're almost casual Fridays themselves. You scoot your hand closer to his, still too nervous to take it for yourself. What changed? We both changed. Ford sighs, leaning back on his palms. He notices your hand near his, thinks for a moment, but decides to keep talking instead. Stan and I had plans since we were children. We were going to get on a boat and sail far away from our New Jersey home, far away from our family, friends, and everyone. Just him and me in the Stan of War, the boat we fixed up. I had a chance at admission to the college of my dreams. My other dreams, anyway. I always thought the Stan of War was a lost childhood fantasy, and that one day we'd grow up and go on our separate ways, and we wouldn't be as close as we used to be. My acceptance into said college hinged on the results of my science fair project, a perpetual motion machine that I designed. The machine was flawless, the calculations were triple-checked, I had rehearsed my full presentation in preparation. I could practically see myself at that university, studying with endless resources at my disposal and getting several doctorates. Ford sighs again, rubbing his temples. But, it was the day of the science fair. The admissions team from the university were there, in front of me, ready to view the machine. I pulled off the cloth cover and it was broken. My entire future was ruined. Oh, Ford. A perpetual motion machine has one job, to not stop. The admissions team left, crossing me off their considerations, rejecting my entire presentations, my calculations, my hard work. My chances of going to my dream school, scrapped. It wasn't until I found a bag of toffee peanuts on the ground that I realized Stan had something to do with it. After that, we didn't talk for 10 years. I went to university, but it wasn't exactly my first choice. It wasn't until I came to Gravity Falls that I saw Stan again, and he cuts himself off sharply, deep in reflection. He looks so heartbroken, so sad. Take his hand. You gently rest your hand atop his. He glances down at your touch, but doesn't take his hand away. Rather, he slowly twists his wrists and intertwines your fingers with his. Man. You don't have to keep going if it hurts. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's been good to talk about it, in retrospect. Ford sucks in a deep breath. We fought. I hurt him. It wasn't on purpose, but I still hurt him. Then an accident happened, and I lost him again. I didn't see him for another 30 years after that. You're tempted to pry, to ask what the accident was, but Ford seems finished with his story. He swallows nervously, awaiting a response. Oh, this one feels especially high stakes to me. Oh man. I'm sure everything's better now, right? Yes, of course. Wait, no. I don't know. I was selfish when I came back. I blamed him for everything. In a way, it is his fault, but he did his best to keep us together. Ford exhales. He looks tired, wiser than you remember. The man you played Dungeons, and more dungeons seems to have disappeared. You're right, Bob. I am? Yes! Yes! Another picture! That means I'm doing a good job. Sorry, I'm ruining this really nice moment. Ford turns and faces you. He squeezes your hand. You are. I never looked at it like that. I never looked at you like that. You're smarter than I expected. Man, it's hot up on this hill. Sweltering, even. Maybe that's just you. Who knows? Well, I have my moments, I suppose. I don't mean that kind of smart, Bob. I mean a different sort of smart. You're kind and caring, and he suddenly realizes how close you both are. And I've never met anyone as wonderful as you. Can I just stay here forever? Do I ever have to leave here? Oh, man, you can't say stuff like that to me. I'm soft. The feeling's mutual, Ford. What do you do? I'm so bold in this game. You lean forward a little. Ford stiffens. Was that wrong? Are you sure that... Ford. You cup his cheek in the palm of your hand, duck to the other side of his face, and gently press your lips to his cheek. His cheeks both flush pink, and you can feel the warmth under your fingertips. Wow. Wow indeed, dude. Better than the burned chicken nuggets? Ford snorts, resting his forehead against yours. Far better. Unbelievably better. The two of you head back towards the shack, hand in hand, in a comfortable silence. Once you reach the door, Ford grins sheepishly. I wanted to say thank you for tonight. For being there for me. Anytime, Ford. I had a great time. You stand at the door to his house like two teenagers on a first date. Well, you are, you suppose. And, hopefully we can have more dates like this. Ford flushes red at the mere mention of a date, which is so adorable you start laughing. Yes, we shall most definitely have to engage in more of these dates with you and myself. Dating. You smile at him and his blush further spreads to the tips of his ears. He exhales, tugging at his collar. Well, if I get to see you smile like that again, then I'd be happy to have more dates. It's your turn to flush pink, and you both laugh as the front door swings open. Standing in the doorway is Mabel, who looks relieved to see you both. Where did you go? I gave you dessert and you abandoned me. You sly kids, sneaking off to go have fun by yourselves. Did you have fun? You and Ford glance at each other, grinning. We certainly did. Eee, I'm so glad. Now come inside before you get bitten by mosquitoes. Dipper yells from inside. Mine spell out. Does that spell dating? What? Both yourself and Ford shout what simultaneously at that. He's making that up for comedic effect. They really just look like a cat paw today. What are we talking about? Okay, if I'm talking about the mosquito bites, I was very confused. Dipper appears at the front door with Mabel, scratching at his arm. Yeah, I did. Want to see the cat paw, though? You turn to Ford, who looks very excited to see this connect the dots of mosquito bites. We'd love to, Dipper. I bet it doesn't have 6 toe beans. Ah, toe beans! Come on, Dipper, I want to see now! Mabel grabs you, Dipper grabs Ford, and you're both tugged into the shack, your laughter echoing into the woods around the house. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. That's how I feel. This is so cute. If you like hanging out with me, if you like watching my videos, please feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I put out videos usually once a week. And for those looking for more content from me, you can also follow me on Twitch. That's gonna be twitch.tv/its_me_drewbop. I stream over there 3 times a week, and we have a weird fun time, so come hang out with us sometime over there. For those who want to keep up to date with what I've got going on, stream schedules, when videos are posted, and fun silly memes or goofy moments, you can also follow me on social media at its_me_drewbop. All of the links to my channels and pages will be in the description below. Are we gonna get married? Are we gonna get married and live a beautiful life in Gravity Falls? I hope so. This is really cute. I'll see everybody next week for more cute bullshit. I'll see you all next week.